international trade has become a vital part of the global economy. It has contributed to economic growth, job creation, and poverty reduction in many countries around the world. The global trade volume has increased significantly over the years, and this trend is expected to continue in the future. The export of goods and services is an essential component of international trade, and it provides many opportunities for businesses to expand their operations and increase their revenue. However, exporting goods and services also presents many challenges that businesses need to overcome to succeed in the global market. Export opportunities in the global market. Exporting goods and services provides businesses with many opportunities to expand their operations and increase their revenue. The global market offers many opportunities for businesses to sell their products and services to a larger customer base. Exporting goods and services also allows businesses to take advantage of economies of scale, which can result in lower production costs and higher profits. Additionally, exporting goods and services can help businesses diversify their customer base and reduce their reliance on domestic markets. One of the significant benefits of exporting goods and services is that it allows businesses to take advantage of the differences in economic development between countries. Many countries around the world have different economic structures and resources, which create opportunities for businesses to export goods and services to these countries. For example, countries with natural resources may need machinery and equipment to extract and process these resources. Countries with a strong manufacturing sector may need raw materials to produce goods. Exporting goods and services to these countries can provide businesses with a significant opportunity to expand their operations and increase their revenue. Exporting goods and services can also help businesses access new markets and reach new customers. This can be particularly beneficial for businesses that operate in small or saturated domestic markets. Exporting goods and services can help businesses diversify their customer base and reduce their reliance on a single market. This can help businesses reduce their risk and increase their revenue. Challenges of exporting goods and services. Exporting goods and services also presents many challenges that businesses need to overcome to succeed in the global market. One of the significant challenges of exporting goods and services is complying with the different regulations and standards in different countries. Each country has its own regulations and standards for importing goods and services, and businesses need to comply with these regulations and standards to export their products and services. Failure to comply with these regulations and standards can result in fines, delays, and even the loss of the entire shipment. Another significant challenge of exporting goods and services is the logistics of transporting goods and services across borders. Exporting goods and services requires businesses to navigate the complex logistics of international shipping, customs clearance, and freight forwarding. Businesses need to work with shipping companies, freight forwarders, and customs brokers to ensure that their products and services are transported safely and efficiently across borders. This can be particularly challenging for small businesses that do not have the resources to manage these logistics on their own. Another significant challenge of exporting goods and services is managing the risks associated with currency fluctuations and political instability. Exporting goods and services requires businesses to manage the risks associated with currency fluctuations and political instability. Currency fluctuations can affect the profitability of exports, and political instability can disrupt supply chains and create risks for businesses. Exporting goods and services provides many opportunities for businesses to expand their operations and increase their revenue. However, exporting goods and services also presents many challenges that businesses need to overcome to succeed in the global market. Complying with regulations and standards, navigating international logistics, and managing the risks associated with currency fluctuations and political instability are just a few of the challenges that businesses need to overcome to succeed in the global market.
Today's global market means that there is more competition than ever. This is a threat for companies that depend solely on their domestic market. The upside is that the international market is hundreds of times bigger than your existing domestic market. This is a huge opportunity for companies that are doing business internationally or are ready to do business internationally. Hi, welcome to exportcourse.com. We help companies train their export team to develop export markets where distance, language, and culture come into play. Your success is our success. Our training programs are designed to give you exactly the kind of training needed, and our trainers are experienced exporters who will help you to avoid the countless errors which can be painful and costly in the international markets. This is not an academic but rather practical approach to developing a successful export business. Let's face it, companies that compete internationally are just tougher companies. International business helps you to think outside the box and to see a market for your product from different angles and through different lenses. Does this market have a need for my product? Can I do a better job than my competition? Do we have a better quality? Can I sell at a better price? Can I provide any add-ons? How do I adapt my product to a particular market? These are the questions you need to ask when competing in international markets. You set yourself apart from other companies that would just do business in their home market and wait for foreign competition to come in and take your market share and then complain. Make the right contacts. Relationships are the key to a successful export business. To win in international business, you have to think globally, act locally, and work digitally. Let's discuss. You have to think globally, have a global strategy, know what your competitors are doing worldwide, select the right target market best suited for your product or service, select the best distributor with the right fit for your product or service. What's the best distribution channel and how to manage your distribution channels to get to your target customer. You have to act locally. Don't be afraid of global brands. Find your niche and go global. To win against global brands, you have to find a weakness in your competition strategy and focus there. Big ships are slow to turn. Once you find your niche, you want to be like a speedboat. Adapt faster to market conditions and opportunities. This is the key to acting locally. Fast adaptation, fast implementation, and fast responsiveness to change. This is the key strength in being small to medium sized. Leverage it. You have to work digitally. You can be in your office and have fast interaction with your international markets by working digitally through the internet to conduct market research, to see market trends, use of email and voice over IP and Skype to communicate with your international distribution team. You can outsource much of your work to experts such as packaging, design, product development, website support, marketing, market research, and much more. You can even outsource your entire product manufacturing to a country where you can take advantage of cost and quality considerations. You can do all of this and still be in your home market, managing every aspect of your international business.